Again, and today it's not pissing with rain. I think I'm slightly further out this time too. And we've got a much bigger tree. And we're good, because I've already got YouTube on in the living room, and we have sound, so we're good. Oh. Like an idiot, I left my I left my other bill book at the old flat, so I've only got this one, the Suffolk counties, with me. I haven't been able to sharpen them up. Yeah, the other one's a Staffordshire with the blade on the back. This one's a Suffolk counties. It looks bigger, but it doesn't have the blade on the bit, the long blade on the back. And I should have set this time. Hello. I only brought the one back, and it's a big one. It's probably equaling to one of the the biggest. But hopefully you can hear me. I've got the YouTube on the iMac in the living room, and I did have sound, so I'm pretty good. We've got one lot that have already been snidded off, and now I'm going to get to this one, Hermine. So Hermine's back. I'm slightly further back, not much further back, but this is a big tree, and the neighbour just left, which is good. Don't have to worry about her. But this is a big one. Oh my god! Oh, look at the size of this. That is massive. That is definitely equaling among the biggest trees that I've dragged back. So I don't know if I'll be able to get that trunk on the tram. It might have to stay or be cut in half. That's a big one. Yeah, oh good. Oh, I don't know what happened the other time. The first time there was just no sound at all. And then I tried it again. I think it was a YouTube error at the time, because I was tapping the mute on and off, and it didn't matter whether it was on or off, there's still no sound. So I think it was a YouTube error that first time. Anyway, as I said, I've got the Suffolk Counties bill hook today. Well, I don't have the Staffordshire, but we're going to give it a go. I don't normally use this one, but let's see if the blade clears up. I'd love to find my millstones again, my grits, but I think the cleaner threw them out years ago, unfortunately, and denied it. This is a big tree. Seem to be doing well. And this action is called snedding, basically. and it's just after 1 here. Well, no, it's coming up to 1:45 now. It's just a case of rotating this monster. We're out of size, really. I can't stand it up at the moment because I'll be up here, hitting from up here, but we're doing well. Doing very well. And it's a big tree. So I'm glad I got these tools. And where did I get the tools? Well, the inspiration for getting them. I was on a course about 1999, or just before 1999, after I left college. It was called New Deal. Whether it actually benefited my life, I don't know, but from there I went on to this like experience, this volunteering experience for environmental conservation, and it was called the Environmental Task Force, and it was based at a place near Chislehurst and Sidcup and Footscray and all that area, Petts Wood, a place called Scadbury Park, and it was called Environmental Task Force, and that really did float my boat, me being a green man and liking me nature. And I'll basically leave the old flat and I'd cycle all the way to Scadbury Park near Chislehurst, all that area. And bill hooks are the tools that they used to use at Scadbury Park for basically what we're doing here, snedding, but also hedge laying. We've got one practice called hedge laying. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. I mean, I'd love more, but I have done a bit of hedge laying in the past. I don't know if that has been done as well as my efforts on a Christmas tree, but of course it was pre-1999 that I started planting all my trees, because I planted quite a few when I was at Scadbury Park at the Environmental Task Force. I'm having to do this sideways at the moment because it's just such a big tree. But one thing I noticed at my old flat in Addiscombe, one day one of the caged vans went past and they were already picking the trees up, and this is 2 days after people are starting to throw them out. About the time they're throwing them out, 2 days later they're already picking them up. So I may not get so many this year, and the longer they're left out, they're just going to dry out and they're going to drop needles. So yeah, this year might be a bit lax as far as picking up trees is concerned for mulching. We've got a lot, and I've got my own old ones are the best, the ones made by a blacksmith. Hedge laying, I've done a bit of hedge laying, but to be honest, it's not really a skill I've needed, so I've sort of forgot that. I mean, I know how it's done. You've got to chip away at the trunk, and then you've got to compress it, and then maybe tidy it up, and then you make it so it's diagonal, and then you do the same with all the rest. Basically, you make all the trees diagonal, and that way, when the trees push up more that go upright, they block all the gaps. So it's like a barrier, it's a wildlife barrier basically. It stops wildlife and people from getting through because the diagonal. And then, hello Plummet, happy stew year 2026. Plummet Plum is here. Yes, you can see me with my vicious weapon. Well, one of them, the Suffolk County's bill hook, and you can see all the paint on the end of it where I've been busting into all the paint cans to get the marbles out. That's what all the paint is on my bill hook, me busting into paint cans to get the marbles out. But yeah, we've got a very big tree today. I do this every year basically, to get the materials from the trees, and this year I'm going to utilise the trunk itself. I'm going to chop them into sections about 6 inches long, drill into them, and then cluster them up, and then hopefully use them as bee habitats, solitary bee habitats, something like that. And I've not done that before. And the branches get mulched down, chopped up by the shredder, so hopefully we'll be able to use all of it. Right, can I lift it? There you go. Still quite high. I mean, I'm 6'3", so this tree is pretty much equal to my height. And now it should get a little bit quicker. I've not had to sharpen it either, which is good. And we do have sound. We have good picture and we have good sound this time, which makes a change. Hedge laying is not done here, but I've seen it in videos. They've literally done it. They've literally done it in the country part, not far from me, at the end of the road. At the end of the road, they've done it there. Yes, the paintings have to be spent right to the end, so there's virtually nothing in them. Some of them blow up a bit furiously, Tetrasil, they part quite nice, but that's how I found all my, I found my marbles. I've got my marbles back, basically. In fact, this is probably doing a better job than the Staffordshire. But I will get to the end of this tree eventually. I literally got jars full of marbles from paint tins in the living room. Oh, that's a worrying split. Got a split in the handle. Oh, that's not good. I have to be careful of that. We're getting lower now, so I won't have to use so much pressure. It is a big tree. That's nice and clean. There we are, we're getting lower now. That's a bit messy. Yeah, not good. Look at that handle. That handle's not looking brilliant, is it? No, very old tools, old worldy day tools. As to whether I can get any more, I don't know. I might just have to find something to wrap around it. But yeah, that's not looking good. To be frank, I don't often use this one, so. Definitely don't seem to be quite so accurate. Oh. Here we go, here we go. Getting there. We're getting through it now. But no, I'm not entirely accurate today. And even when I first used these back in 1999, when I was in environmental task force, he pretty much told me I was a natural to using them. A natural. Oh. It's just been, see, look, it's getting it right up to the trunk. And now you realise how top heavy this thing is at the bottom of the tree trunk when all this is stripped. That was actually pretty good. That was pretty quick. Considering the size, look at that. It's actually taller than me. When you put the extreme top of it on, it's actually taller than me. Well over 6'3". So that's that stripped. That was a big old tree, that. Yeah, basically what I'm doing, I'm putting it through the shredder in the doorway. So I've got a shredder, Ryobi, in the doorway. I'm going to put all the branches through that. Replace the tool, I don't know about that. Yeah, it's going to be used for path mulch basically. And I'm going to be cutting the trunks this year into sections and drilling them, basically drilling them. And see if I can use them for solitary bee nesting homes basically. But here we are, it's all on the floor now, it's just a case of shredding it. And I'll pretty much do this every year, so. And I've got a good picture and I've got sound because I've got the iMac on in the living room. I've already tested it, so I'm all good. Because I had an attempt a couple of days ago and no matter what I did there wasn't any sound. So I've done a second one, but you didn't actually see me chopping the tree up. And we've got extra recycle bins here, so we've got 2 extra recycle bins here. Yeah, I might have to try and find some way of keeping that together. I mean, wood glue might do it. It's not rotten, it's just split. It's so old, it's split. And there's another lid here. Oh. So this will definitely fill one of these bins up, and I'll probably get at least 1.5 bins worth. That's my guess anyway, because that was a big tree. Yeah, move it slightly. Yeah, path mulch. It always looks good when it's all down. It's going to the old flat basically, on the path there. And now it's just shredding it up. And then you'll see the end product of it. But yeah, I left my Staffordshire bill hook at the old flat. I was using it to strip more trees. That box that I just tipped out, I stripped them over at the old flat, and I left the bill hook there, so I had to use the Suffolk counties. And now the boring part. Me shredding for the next 20 minutes. But it has to be done, I'm afraid. It's all good at the end. And you'll get to see it broken down into the mulch later. Here we go. Also, if you've got enough of these full up, you're actually quite good for freshening up the house temporarily. It's quite neutralising. It smells very nice. Also, there may be a chance that I'm actually blocking some of the signal with my body when I'm in the door, because I noticed in the last video that when I was around the door, picture was breaking slightly, so I may even be blocking some of the Wi-Fi signal just by standing in the door. Hello everyone, Happy New Year. You didn't see it the last time. Yeah, well, the first one failed, the sound failed, the second one worked, but I was just shredding. I didn't actually go through the tree. mean, despite me not being particularly accurate with swinging and that handle breaking up slightly, I've done very well with it. It didn't need sharpening. Done quite well with it, but it is splitting up a bit worryingly. I need to try and figure out how I'm going to sort that out. Oh, that was a big one. Lost one down the back. It's beginning to smell nice and fresh now. No, I bought the shredder years ago. I bought it myself. It's quite a big one. But when I first got it, the Allen key for adjusting it fell in when it was running and it snapped the blade in half. So I had to get a replacement, either blade for it or replace the machine, because I accidentally dropped the Allen key into it and it busted it. But it does smell nice around here now. It's a big old one. Right, let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. We'll get one of these inside the wings. You can see the finished product basically, all shredded up in there basically. It's quite fine. Yeah, all in there. All shredded up nice. And it's just a case of compacting it in. I mean, I could just use another recycle bin, to be honest. But I often get in here as well. And no, I'm not making wine. I know it looks like I'm making wine, but I'm not. Just compressing it in so I can get more, basically. So it's basically all in there now. So that's probably about, well, just under half of it. That's under half of it, I think. Yeah, spruce, it does smell nice. It also depends on the tree, I guess, how fresh they are. These are pretty fresh. I'll keep going. But that's a big ass tree, that. I'm getting a few smaller branches in the mix as well. Oh. A few more. There's another lot. I'll probably use another recycle bin to compress this. So basically we're filling this up. squeeze it down. Oh, and put it on the floor. And then compress it basically. So I probably will get a little bit more in there, not too much, but then I've got more recycle bins, so I don't have to really worry about that. Yeah, catch you later, Plummet Plum. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I've done about 2/3 now, I think. Or just under 2/3. Oh. And then it'll just be a case of tidying up at the end. So probably done just about 2/3 or just over 2/3 of it. There you go. Doing well. sniff that, eh? Right, let's see if we can fill this one up. We should be able to fill it up. Come on, out you come. It's not really coming out, is it? It's going on the floor, but it's not actually coming out. Come on, that's it. And now, fill up another one. Let's see how much we get. I think I was right, 1.5. It seems like 1.5. Yeah, definitely. Oh, need the bag, don't we? Can't be doing it without the bag. We're getting there, we're getting there. Almost there. Oh, right. We've still got 4. Thanks for sticking with me. Still got 4 here and 3 thumbs up. Right, the last few. Almost done. I think we'll empty this one. Right, empty this one out. So now I think we're going to have 2. Fill up 2 of them. Yeah. I think we're going to get 2. That's a lot for just the one big tree and one pre-cut. That is a lot. Tony P may well be at the old flat at the shed. I don't know until I get there, but he could be there working on the shed again. We'll have to see, but we're almost there now. What is there? We'll just cover the top of that, so we've literally got 2 recycle bins. Two recycle bins worth of spruce shreddings basically, which is pretty good going from a pre-cut and that big one. And I mean, this was a big tree and you still had the tips on the top. That was basically bigger than me. I'm 6'3", so that was a stonking sized tree. That was massive. Definitely equal to some of the biggest I've cut before, shredded up before. struggles at the end, so I get all these little bits. And the little bits don't tend to go down, they tend to get stuck, especially if they're wet. Until they are getting stuck in there. He does actually have a reverse on it, so I can reverse the motor. It won't cut that way, but sometimes it does help to unblock it or move it up and then back into position. Rest really isn't worth putting through, it's too small. I've got a couple of bits here on the floor. Yeah, I think maybe the blade needed tightening for that last one. It's never been a bit rough this time. But then again, it might be because it was smaller pieces that couldn't really be cut up properly. But that's it. So basically 2, maybe 1 3/4 worth of spruce shreddings. Yeah, done well. Yeah, lunch. Oh, I don't know. Half the time I don't know what I'm eating day to day. I will have to get something at some point. So now it's just a case of tidying up. Drag this back into the kitchen, bring the bucket out, and then I've got to sweep all through it. I do wonder how much longer this buggy will last, I really do. It can't last forever, it really can't. I've had it so long, and that is that is pumping up. So yeah, this is slowly on the way out. I've had it since 2021 at least. Must be 2020 or 2021. Well, that's loaded. There's no lid in the front. I mean, I could take a lid from over there, but that is all of it. All the lids are literally the old flat, so. Oh. Brush. This isn't even the best brush. I was using it the first day, but where I put it, I don't know. I need to clear it all up. And the wet really doesn't help because it just sticks to the floor when it's wet. It's just endless rain in the UK right now. But then it's like that every winter now. It should either be snowing or it should be clear, but what they're doing to the environment, I don't know. It's definitely not natural. It's just endlessly wet. See, this isn't even the best room that I had on the fail day. I mean, this one worked better, but the handle kept coming off. Yeah, it's definitely working better. Oh dear. I won't be able to get all of it up, it's too wet. Oh. I literally dragged it all the way to the end of the path, to the end, and put it right at the end, because I've got enough in this little area here. Here we go. Oh. I don't even know if I'll fit this on there, to be honest. No. Oh boy. Oh, I think I can just get away with that. Just. That will fit on the tram, I think. Just. Any longer than that, no. Oh, that's everything on. Oh. Roasted cheese sandwich and soup. Cheese sandwich. Soup. Lovely. Well, I think that is about it. I've tidied up. I can't zoom out any more than this, I'm afraid. You can see we're all loaded up now. We're basically loaded up, and the trunk is on there. That will go in the tram. I will get into the pushchair area, and we're off peak, so shouldn't be any trouble. But that is a long one, that's a big one. But yeah, gonna have to try and think of something to do with the handle on this bill hook, because that is a bit worrying. It's breaking up and splitting. What I'm going to do, I don't know, but I don't normally use this one. I use the other one, but apart from me not being particularly accurate today, it went through pretty easily. Didn't need sharpening, but I just wasn't accurate entirely. But yes, I think that is probably going to have to do. And I don't think I'll be doing another one this year of me chopping up Christmas trees, but at least you saw it from the beginning. Oh, look. Oh, idiot. While I can. You know, I swear I checked under there last night, but obviously not. I need to pump these up, to be honest. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. After all that. It was underneath. Oh. It was literally underneath. Oh, unbelievable. And I swear I checked it. It's probably because it's so dark. When I checked last night, I still couldn't see it last night. There are people making new handles, might be some coming to some castle. Yeah. Look at that, it was in the bottom all the time. Stupid, isn't it? Staffordshire bill hook. That's the one I used the other day. I swear I looked in there last night, but it's probably so dark when I got here, I couldn't tell. Well, at least we know the other one did actually work and function. And I think that's probably gonna be it. I've done all the tidying up. We've got at least 2 recycle bins full of shredded spruce, basically. And we've literally got the trunk running underneath the buggy. So this is all going to the old flat. And I'm basically laying it down as mulch. Possibly, but I'm not really an internet person for searching stuff up on the internet. I mean, I only got these bill hooks because of country fairs, county fairs, and they don't do them anymore. Country fairs like Selsdon, Croydon Country Fair at Selsdon, and they don't really do that stuff now. But yeah, I mean, it's the same with boot sales, car boot sales. You might have found something at a car boot sale, but again, it's something from the old world that isn't done no more. You have to do, well, this is it. I mean, I do, but certain things just, it's just getting out of hand, like fast bunk and Discord and but yeah, I'm at my age, I'm pretty much allergic to the internet or technology, especially technology. Oh, but yeah, at least I, like an idiot, I found it underneath, so I had it all the time. But yeah, if only I could find somewhere to sort of temporarily fix that other one, the handle would be good. But yeah, I'm gonna check the other 2 tyres on this, and I'm probably gonna go to the old flat and see if Tony P's there. Tony P might be there working on the shed in the old flat garden, in the garden now, so I'm gonna have to make a move. But thanks for joining me. We actually done it properly this time. We got the picture and we've got the sound, and the computer probably still is. Yeah. Well, if you're European, yeah, in Europe, but we're losing a lot of this stuff in the UK. Maybe not so much in the country, but in the suburbs, it's going. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here now. Thanks for joining me. Give us a thumb up if you like, and this will process, it will go up eventually. There's already a thumbnail because I already took a photo and uploaded the picture for the thumbnail, but it will produce its own thumbnails eventually. Yeah, I know. Yeah, all the old practices are going, all the for survival, things we do for survival and looking after nature. They're trying to erase all that from our minds, and if you're over a certain age, you've got to try and keep these skills alive. I need to try and keep these skills alive. But it's up to the youngsters to pick it up. But all this stuff may not be available anymore, so old world stuff, it's just the way it is. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here, I think. Thanks for sticking with me, and late spring will be here soon. We're still in the deep of winter and it's wet and it's cold. Maybe not as cold as it should be, but especially here in the UK, but spring will be here soon. There'll be a bit more light and hopefully content will improve on my channel, because at the moment it's not brilliant. And of course my phone is completely chock-a-block, and I'd have to spend a lot of time going through pictures and videos and all kinds of stuff, you know, and it's so inconvenient. Here she comes. Yes, it's baby girl. Yes, it's baby girl. It's the grumpy old woman. Esma Florine's come out to say hello. She's a grumpy old girl, light as a feather and grumpy as hell. Look at that. Ah, lovely old girl. So friendly and clingy. Right, thanks for joining me. Iron Duke just turned up at the end. Don't worry, Iron Duke, the video will process. You may have been lurking. I mean, they tend to do that. People lurk on YouTube and Twitch and stuff. But yeah, Iron Duke, thanks for popping in at the end. That was Esma Florine, my old cat. She's what's coming up for 17 now, and she's beautiful. She really is. She's very lightweight, very small, and she clings to me like a magnet, especially at night. And she just came out, but the video, well, the live, it will process and it will go up, so you'll be able to see it from the beginning if you've only just arrived. And I went through the whole process of stripping the tree down to the trunk, snedding it, and then shredding it all up. But thanks for stopping by. Hopefully content will be more than just go online Zong videos. But I need incentive to get out more, and I don't have much room on my phone, so that's why I've had to do live video. But thanks for stopping by anyway. I'm going to call it here. Esma Florine's chewing her grass. The DJ Puff YouTube signing out. Thanks for everyone for sticking with me all this time. And we're gonna end it here. We're gonna put our finger in the way of the camera to turn it off, as we always do, because you cannot not get in front of to turn it off. Oh.